Alrighty. Wow. You hear that? My thing's messed up. I told you I spilled coffee on the laptop. Some of these things sound weird. You hear that? Maybe it'll sound normal, but it doesn't sound right in my headphones. Stupid. Spilled coffee on the computer. Whatever. Anyway, here we are. It's 2020. You know what that means? It means I made it through December. December's like the busiest month of the year. It was crazy. We had the construction project in the first 2 weeks. Kids were on break for the last two. I was open extra hours. We had the lock-in. Got the flu. There's just so much to catch up about. Which means we're going to do a couple different podcasts. So today we're just going to kind of recap the things that are going to be different for 2020 than they were in 2019. Just some subtle shop changes. What is that? It's like a chip on the table or something. Weird. As you can tell, I'm still a little bit ill. Everyone got sick. Everyone got sick. It was like a bubonic plague. It was horrible. Anyway, yeah. So, New Year's Eve lock-in, what a good time. Like every year. We had a great turnout this year at the lock-in. We had about 55 kids, I would say. I didn't do a formal count, but somewhere around there. Which is awesome. It's just really awesome. The lock-in is a really nice moneymaker for the skate park. It is an exhausting night for me. I was at the skate park for, I opened at noon, so I had to be there at least 11:30. Did the whole day. Did the lock-in. So we're talking, I was there for 22 hours, and then, oh my God, Fox, Jeeg. So I'm up all night. Story time, kids, have a seat. Up all night at the lock-in. Every year there's always one kid whose parents are late, and I'm always sitting there like this. I'm tired. I've been up all night. Let's pick up your damn kid. I gotta go to bed. And this year, it was Fox and Jeeg. So I can't be that mad because I like Fox and Jeeg. But we're all wrapped up, cleaned up. You're supposed to get picked up by 8 o'clock. It's like 8:30. They're still sitting outside. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Fox is like, Mom called an Uber. Like, what? An Uber? Okay, whatever. The Uber. Oh, geez, I got a text message now. So Fox's mom called the Uber. Not Fox. So then the Uber driver apparently went to Hot Shots, wrong side of the building. So then the Uber driver called Fox's mom. Fox's mom called Fox, tell Fox the Uber driver was on the other side of the building, but then Fox's phone dies, right? So it's like, okay, so we go around the other side of the building, no Uber driver. And I just point, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Get in the truck! I'm taking you home. So I drove Fox and Jared home at 9 in the morning after being up for 22 hours. That was funny. And then another funny lock-in story. My buddy Rich. Shout out Rich if you listen to this. I'm about to call you out and being a little baby B right here. Rich is like, came for the lock-in. He's going to leave it at least noon in the morning, and he wants to go ride mountain bikes in the morning, right? And I'm like, well, I'm going to stay up all night. So when do you think this is going to happen, Well, come about 3 in the morning of the lock-in, Rich is like, you know what? I'm not going to stay up all night. I'm going to go home. And by home, he means my house. In fact, this very room, because the podcast studio doubles as a spare bedroom. Go figure. So he's like, well, let's ride in the morning. And I said, well, what do you want me to do? I'm going to get home at like 9. I'm going to sleep for an hour, go for a ride. I'm like, at that point, I might as well not even go to bed. And Rich goes, He goes, well, there's no way you're going to be up all night and then you're going to go for a ride. And I said, yeah, I'll do it. And if any of you guys have met me, like, if I say I'm going to do something, like, I'm going to do it. And I said, you're not going to do it. And he's like, yes, I'll do it. And I was like, no, listen, if I get home from the lock-in and you're awake and you're ready to go, I won't go to bed. I'll grab the mountain bike. We'll load up the truck. We'll go right out. We'll mountain bike. I'll do it. But I looked at Rich and I said, Rich, you're not going to be awake. And he's like, oh, I'll be awake. Well, guess who wasn't awake when I got home? Exactly. Oh, it's funny. He just Snapchatted me right now. So I didn't go mountain biking after the lock-in. I went to bed. Cool story, bro. I'm sorry about the coughing. I'll probably edit it out. So there's my lock-in stories. Although there are lots of good lock-in stories, those are just the two that pertain to my life. So lock-in was a great time. I'm happy to let you guys know. This is big news. Pretty pumped on this. December 2019 was the best month the skate park has ever had. Hashtag best month ever. I could do a whole nother podcast about the way traffic and sales have been since opening, but roughly my first full month was my busiest month ever, January 2017. My first year was awesomely strong. My second year was way down. And then my third year, which is the year we just finished, started even down from that. So I was probably down like 15% at least. And then 2019, I began down another 15%. Like the numbers did not look very good, but we just battened down the hatches, kept a really tight ship. I was paying myself even less. And then obviously, if you listen to the podcast, all the insurance crap went on in the fall. We made it through the storm, but I had a good summer. I was like, okay, well, summer's been good. I had the best summer I ever had, but the summer months, even like having a phenomenal summer month is still nowhere near what like even a bad winter month is. So it's very seasonal. But yeah, so strong summer into a really strong fall, and then come November ended up being the second best month I ever had, and then September was the best month I ever had, so pushed that down to third. So the last 2 months have been two of the top three best months we've ever had, which is hopefully an indication that things have turned around and I might be back to the kind of numbers I did in our first year, which is, hopeful. That's what you want to see. If you're a regular visitor of the skate park, you'll see we're like constantly doing projects, constantly doing this, upkeeping that. Like I could always be better, we could all always be better, but I'm constantly investing energy into fixing this, redoing that, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do a podcast probably next week about the new ramps, what we have done and what we're going to do, just to kind of clarify that out. But that's good news, really good news. That's what you guys want to hear. So fingers crossed, maybe 2020 is going to be a great year for us. It would be awesome. Speaking of 2020, what this podcast is supposed to be about is 2020 changes to the park. An internal change that you guys probably are unaware of, because why would you be aware of? For 2020, minimum wage has gone up again. I have been preparing a podcast specifically to go through the implications of what minimum wage going up means for a business like a skate park. But yeah, minimum wage now in New York State is $12.50. Not to get into the whole discussion of adults and, people that have kids and that work full time, and that's a whole nother conversation that obviously doesn't pertain to us. But when you talk about when we talk about having people like Clark or Fox who work for the skate park, who are 15 years old, 14 years old, doing menial tasks like sweeping and selling Gatorade is $12.50 a reasonable wage to pay someone like that? It's absolutely not. And I can tell you that minimum wage being as high as it is creates a bigger hurdle for my business than even all the insurance stuff. Because the insurance stuff is just like, all right, man, this is what it is. You got to pay it. The minimum wage stuff makes it really difficult to navigate how I operate my business every single day. It is quite difficult. Like I said, we're going to do a whole podcast about that one day. That's to be a really fun one. It'll be fun for me because I like data and math and statistics and economics. It'll be a cool one. You guys might not care about it so much. But it's just tough. It's really tough because I honestly swear to God, I don't believe in God, but swear to God, I would love nothing more than for BFS to have like 6 kids that came in and worked for me. Like, there is no greater value than your work ethic, your skill set. Like, right? Like, as a 15-year-old that doesn't know how to do anything, you're basically worthless. I'm sorry, but you're worthless. Like, if I hire you, I have to teach you how to sweep. Like, you think you can sweep? You do a crap job sweeping. You don't know sweep about sweeping. The more you work, the more you learn, the better you become, the more value your labor has, right? It's basic. It's called human capital. It's the quality of your work. Like, if someone wanted to hire Fox or Clark or you to do a job, or they wanted to hire Dave for a job, it's like, well, my time is worth way more than your time, because if you're watching this, chances are you're probably like a 15-year-old scooter kid. You probably haven't worked before. You're probably kind of lazy because you're a teenager, and teenagers, like, you're just so fascinated with everything else in the world. Like, you're like, I don't want to freaking work. Why am I going to work? You know, I'm an adult. I've worked for longer than you've been alive. Like, I have quite a skill set. I've had so many jobs. It's like it's worth paying me more because I've encountered more scenarios. I know how to navigate those scenarios, regardless of what the position is, you know. Like, just look at the skate park in general. Just look at the skate park position, right? If you work at the skate park, you have to be able to speak to, like, 8-year-olds, which is a particular skill set, you know, which isn't too bad. You have to be able to talk to, 20-year-old skateboarder guys that are just like, bruh, which is a particular skill set. You need to be able to talk to moms, like East Side moms who, they're a certain way too. Any one of those tasks isolated is not a big deal, but for you to be able to navigate each one of those conversations and to be able to seamlessly go from each one of those 4 people to convey the same information effectively, it's not particularly easy, and you learn that through experience, right? The gavel, you guys remember the gavel we have here? Experience is the oracle of truth, and where its results are unequivocal, they ought to be conclusive and sacred. Experience. So, for a 15-year-old to get $12.50 an hour to say light blue or dark blue Gatorade, it's just ridiculous. Sorry. It's ridiculous. And the frustrating thing about it for us is that if you came in and you're like, Dave, I want to help. I want to work at the skate park. I don't care. Like, I'll work for, say you're like, I'll work for $5 an hour. I just want to be a part of this. I think it's a cool job. I think 5 is more reasonable. I think, if you give me some free sessions, like, it was cool. I want to do that for you. I can't give that to you. It's illegal. It's against the law. If you want to sell me your labor for less than what the government says is acceptable, I get in trouble. So, it's what it is. I will tell you, 6 years ago, before I moved to Rochester, I ran a bike shop. I was at this bike shop for 7 years. I worked the same 50-hour schedule for 7 years, and I made $8.50 an hour. When I moved to Rochester, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever it was, I started working for Rasp Skate Park as the manager, and I got paid $10 an hour. Eventually I got a raise to $10.50. And at that time I was like, dude, $10, killing it, good money. Fast forward 5 years, now Dave owns the skate park, and I have to pay a 15-year-old $12.50 to say lighter Derek Blue Gatorade. That's how it goes. I just do my best to navigate that. Whatever, dude. Okay, moving along. Again, I just want to say one more time, that is not to even touch the conversation about adults, about people over 18 that work full-time, that have kids and family. That is not the conversation I'm having here. Do not think I am being insensitive or I'm trying to erase the lived experience of some particular demographic of people. I am talking about 15-year-olds that want to sell Gatorades at a skate park. Next topic. Other 2020 changes. We are going to enforce a couple of the rules around the shop a little harsher, a little more strict, because you guys, it's not all of you, it's only some of you. Some people, a lot of people, they don't have respect for things that aren't theirs, and it's really frustrating. It's one of the most frustrating things we have to deal with at the skate park is people don't give a crap about things that don't belong to them. Just yesterday, I have eliminated the outlet in the shop. Everyone charges their phone under the microwave. There's an outlet power strip. And it's just happened so many times that someone just unplugs the skate park's waiver console iPad. They're like, you know what? I don't care about the skate park's iPad. It's more important that I charge my phone. So again, I come in, my iPad's dying. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Of course, someone's like, mine now. Not okay. Unacceptable. It's not your charger. That's it. A couple of you guys ruined it for everyone. So now we built a box around that outlet. The microwave is plugged in. The waiver console is plugged in. The Keurig is plugged in. You do not have access to that outlet anymore. I'm sorry. But you know what? Should have treated things at the skate park with respect. Continuing along about respect. We're not doing outside food anymore. We kind of went back and forth on this one. And it would be okay if you guys cleaned up after yourselves. That would be fine. That would be great. I would love nothing more than that. But you don't. There's a bunch of you kids, you go to Price Right. You buy big bags of snacks. Then you distribute it among everyone. You make a mess with it. And then I got to clean up your stuff. Like the idea, like it's hard to run a skate park. Having the concessions is a way that we can make a little bit more money to help pay our rent, pay our insurance, pay our employees, all those things. My prices are very reasonable in the shop. And then you're going to go out and, buy a box of honey buns. Okay, whatever. And then you leave honey bun wrappers everywhere, half-eaten honey buns. You're like, oh, can I get a cup? I don't have cups. Like, well, I bought this 2-liter soda, so I'm going to give everyone a drink. It's like, well, then they're not going to buy a drink from us. And, okay. So, often these are kids, they buy the passes, right? So a lot of people buy annual passes, monthly passes, they get unlimited riding. That's great. Kind of the idea from a business perspective is you get the kids, they can buy a pass and they come all the time. And then since they're there all the time, well, they're going to buy a drink. They're going to see the product. If they break something, hopefully maybe you'll be able to sell them product. You're trying to, make a little bit of a return on giving them the deal of the unlimited riding, right? That's how it works from a business stance. But then then the pass holders come in and they just go to buy like a big bulk thing of ramen of their own, and then it's like, okay, cool. And again, the big thing comes down to, it's just a respect thing. You do that, you come in, you make a mess. So now I'm not only is the skate park not making money because you bought it and then you gave it to other people, then we're losing money because I have to spend time or pay an employee to clean up the mess you made with the stuff you didn't buy there. It's not right. So, like, you can leave and you can go to KFC or you can go to Price Right. You can do whatever you want. That's fine. Free country. Once you leave the doors, you do whatever you want. All we're saying now is don't bring it inside. You want to go to KFC? Eat your food at KFC. Don't bring it back to the skate park. So I got to clean up your half-eaten chicken. Like, should Dave have to clean up your chicken bones that you left somewhere else to buy? And it's like, half the time when you guys do that stuff, I'm like, hey, you better clean that up. And you look at me, you go, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. Then you don't do it. And I got to clean it up. I'm putting my foot down. So, we're not doing it anymore. Say you want to bring a lunch bag? Oh, it's fine. Mom made you a little lunch. That's awesome. Adorable. Hope she wrote a little note in there. Hey, Jimmy, have a good time riding your scooter. Love, Mom. That'd be adorable. I think that'd be great. Do that. The signs we have in the shop say, no outside food or drink, aside from a small personal snack or drink. You want to bring a water bottle? You want to bring in one Gatorade? That's fine. I no qualms with that stuff. But when you roll up in this joint with a bag, all these snacks you just bought, you like big thing of soda. Mom drops you off at the skate park. Like, oh, here's $10 for snacks. That's $10 to buy snacks at the skate park, not $10 for you to leave the skate park and go somewhere else. And I'm not even comfortable with most of you guys leaving and walking somewhere because I don't really know whether your parents think that's okay or not. It makes me uncomfortable because then what if something happens and everyone's like, oh, Clark got hit by a car at Culver and University on the intersection there. What were they doing there? They were supposed to be at the skate park. Dave let them leave. And it's like, great. How am I... Bro, then it's my fault you got hit by a car because you're trying to get some snacks. It's bullshit. I digress. So, no more outlet in the shop. No more food or drink. Don't ask me to use my chargers. Someone's like, hey, can I use your charger? It's like, no. Like, the skate park bought iPad chargers to charge the waiver kiosks and the sign-in sheets. That's what they're for. They're not for you to charge your phone. You're at the skate park to ride. Go ride, bro. It's one thing if you're like, yo, dude, I've been stacking clips. I've been filming for 2 hours. My phone's dying because I'm filming so many clips. I'm just like, let me see those fire-ass clips. I'm like, those are fire-ass clips. Let me give you some juice. Different story. I can support that. I support the shred all the time. But when you just want to sit in the shop like this, you're over there on the couch. Mm-hmm. He's over there on the couch just texting away. It's like, bro, go ride. I'm not here to support your BFS social hour, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna cut it off right there. I said there are gonna be a couple more podcasts coming. Thanks for listening. This is kind of me just ranting. Hopefully it's entertaining. I'm feeling the best I felt in a couple days with this flu thing. I'm down with the sickness. Yeah, dude. Oh, geez, I'm going to try to fix a Masonite in the bowl today, so that'll be cool. I'm trying to get this uploaded later today. I got some more stuff to talk about. I'm going to try to line up some guests this season on the podcast to shoot the stuff a little bit, talk about this, talk about that, you know how it goes, so thanks for stopping in. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for listening as always. I appreciate you. Like I said, December was the best month we've ever had. I'm so pumped. I'm so thankful. Traffic was high. We sold a lot of product. Like, obviously, the reason that we had the best month we could have is because you came. So, like, you gave me the best month I've ever had. And I can't thank you enough. Having a strong winter means I get to put away extra money for the summer, and then having a strong summer means at the end of the summer I got money left over, and when I have money left over, that means you get new ramps. So, like in our first year, at the end of our first year, we rebuilt that whole box jump line. That's because we had a really strong year, and I ended the summer with money in the bank, and I was like, all right, let's see, 700 2x4s, 50 sheets of 3/4, 50 sheets of 1/2 inch, 50 sheets of plywood, 25 pounds of screws. Let's do it, right? Following year, not so good. Didn't do a big project. So every time you come to the skate park, you're supporting new ramps. You're not supporting me getting rich. It's not like that. Like, I'm not trying to get rich. I'm trying to like go to work every day and be pumped and be stoked and be happy to see you and be pumped on riding my bike. The things that make me happy in life aren't zeros behind a one. It's experience, because experience is the oracle of truth. So thank you for coming and supporting and helping us get where we are and building new ramps and all that good fun stuff. I'm gonna try to get Clark back on the podcast as soon as possible. And yeah, you know the deal. You guys are gonna walk the walk. You're gonna talk the talk. You're gonna come to the skate park. You're gonna shred the gnar on the new ramps we've built. You're gonna shred the gnar on the disc golf basket I just built. I'm not gonna even explain that. So this is Drench giving you a big hug. Thank you guys for a good 2019. And I wish I had my coffee here. I say cheers. Here's to a good 2020. Sorry. Win the battle, my friends. Win the battle.